Hey y'all, it is day 18 of the Daniel fast, and obviously I start off my day with a smoothie or whatever. You already know what the case is. And then I had this. Yo, what is this? Is this zucchini? Is it like, what is it? It's a vegetable. It's seasoned really well. It tastes so good, but I don't know, I'm too lazy to look it up, but love you. Hey y'all, welcome to day 18 of the Daniel fast. As you can see, I'm very exhausted. I'm just over this week. I wanted to end, but we still move, we still pressing on. Okay. So today the Bible verse of the day that I'm going to give a message on is, so humble yourself before the Lord and resist the devil and he shall flee from you. That was my Bible verse of the day. And even I know a kindergartner can come up with a word around that, because it's just so, number one, straightforward, and also it's very necessary. It's really hard to be humble. It's easy to be humble in the church and stuff like that. When you enter into the workforce, well, for me anyway, I found that humbling yourself is kind of hard in the workplace, because there will be people that may really try to play you because you're not showing off, or you're not being boastful about your achievements and stuff. And it's actually easy to partake in it until you realize, nah, this is not from God. This is a trap to start being boastful, to start being arrogant. So once I started just keeping my wins private and being humble and kind of organically allowing people to figure things out about me, my life is 5 times better, well, 10 times better. And people tend to respect you because it's like, oh, she has all this going on for herself and she's not bragging. It's like, yeah, well, yeah. But that's besides the point. I just wanted to give a little anecdote. But humbling yourself is so important, because the humble don't stumble, right? It's very easy to become boastful. It's very easy to think that you've arrived when you haven't arrived anywhere. And God said in his word, he who humbles himself shall be lifted or exalted, but he who exalts himself shall be what? Humbled. Don't be the one that has to be humbled. I don't like being humbled in any way, shape, or form, so I stay humble so that I don't have to get humble. Because the lower you are, I think I've mentioned this in my other video, where it's like Jesus humbled himself to even death on the cross. And because of that, he was elevated. He was crowned king upon kings. He was seated at the right hand of the Father. If that's not exaltation, if that's not the greatest promotion ever, talk about promotion at jobs, if that's not the greatest promotion ever, I don't know what is. Because what Jesus had to go through, bruh, it's just, it makes my mind go crazy. So yes. And then the second part of the verse, resisting the devil and he will flee from you. I was talking to my mother yesterday and she was like, oh, how are you? And I told her, yo, I'm blessed. And she was like, oh, she's like, I'm glad to hear that you're chilling. I said, no, I said that I was chilling. That's what I said. And she was like, wow, that's good that you're chilling, because you understand that. Because I'm always complaining about my job. I'm always complaining to her and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, it's actually great that you're chilling, because the devil knows that he can't get under you anymore. I'm like, yep. Ain't nothing that anybody could do to me that will hurt my feelings. There's no amount of shade. There's no amount of anything. If anything, people who do that end up feeling silly for doing that. And I usually get the last laugh, because I'm like, what you intend for evil, God always turns it around for good. So you think you're pulling the fast one on me. You're pulling the fast one on yourself, not even God, because you can't even play God. So yeah, there's that. And then also, yeah, so resisting the devil. So I've just been, comes to people, because sometimes the enemy, I said sometimes, many times, the enemy uses people to try to get under your skin. Nothing. I'm not shaken by anything. And that's because I resist the enemy at all costs. Like, I speak up when I definitely need to, and also I ignore unnecessary things. That's just me. So, yeah, that stood out to me. That verse of the day definitely stood out to me, and I have to talk about it. But we are on day 18, going strong, doing our thing, just like being amazing. And yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Yeah. So there's that. Day 18, going strong, going hard. Nothing can stop me because the way I feel is amazing. I feel very tired though. I'm just exhausted from work. It's not going to the gym or anything like that. But yeah, don't forget to click in the description box below for the Ayaso tea. It's there for you. If it's not there for you, if you're doing a fast with me, you could just give it to somebody. Duh. And support a sister. Support a sister, you know. There's my links in the description box below. And those are literally only just the links to the products that I recommend. But I'm also going to put another link for just the website as a whole, so you can get whatever you want, because it's not limited to just weight loss products. There's like whatever you're into. So like if you're a coffee person, there's coffee things. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Garcinia Cambogia. It's like, I wouldn't say like diet pills or weight loss pills, but it kind of is, but it's like a natural one. So it's like, it curbs your appetite. I remember I used to try to use that instead of just going to the gym like a normal person. And it worked, but it's just good for digestion and like removing things from your body. Honestly, that's what it is. It's just like a diet pill, but it has that in the coffee. And I'm saying, like, if you go to the gym and you eat healthy and you work out and you take the tea, you are unstoppable. And it's really good for like maintaining and keeping the weight off. Like, one thing I kind of recommend too is like, just so that you don't reach a plateau. And I'm being honest with you, because if I was a fiend for your money, I would have just been like, oh no, just get the tea or whatever. But let's be honest, after a while you reach a plateau, right? You reach a plateau that you cannot come back from. You reach a plateau, meaning, if you don't know what plateau means, it just means that you hit a mark where it's like a point where it's like you can no longer lose weight because you're just stagnant, or whatever the case may be. So that's what I would usually say, like, lose as much weight as you can first, and then if you just try to maintain the weight and keep it off, like, let's say if your goal weight is 170, you finally got to 170, that will be a good time to start taking the teas, because that was literally what I did. Because once I was taking it during my weight loss journey, it was kind of like I plateaued, because it's like I have everything, I've applied everything. I'm the type of person where it's like I apply things as I go so that I can keep losing weight. So I feel like, oh, I'm plateauing now, that means I'm using all of my solutions and skills all in the beginning, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to plateau. I don't want to reach a point where it's like I'm no longer losing weight. So I take it one day at a time. So if the first month I'm just doing cardio, boom, I reach a plateau. Now it's time to start lifting weights. Boom, lifting weights, and I'm losing more weight. Reach a plateau. Okay, now it's time to start actually eating really healthy. Boom, I reached another plateau. Now it's time to start drinking more water. Boom. Finally, we hope that I've reached my goal weight. Once I reach my goal weight, I don't want to gain weight back. Boom, tea. So it's just like boom, 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 boom. And yes, and the only reason why some of you guys are complaining about the cramping is because you're not drinking enough water. Drink a lot of water, and then, get on the tea or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening and hearing me out. I love you guys so much. Bye. And like I said, if it's not for you, give it to somebody else who wants to maintain their weight and stuff like that. So bye.